Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel all about chemistry. Hope you all are fine. I am your teacher Miss Sana. So today we are going to discuss about the relationship between group periods and the valence shell electronic configurations. So let's get started. Quote of the day. Students, think like a proton and stay positive. Objectives of today's class are: at the end of this tutorial, students will be able to explain S and P blocks in the periodic table, define valence shell electronic configuration, and position of an element in the periodic table. Students, this is your book, page number 47. Open this page in front of you for better understanding the concept. Students, did you know that on the basis of valence subshell, elements in the periodic table can be classified into 4 blocks? As you can see, this is our periodic table, and periodic table can also be classified into 4 blocks: S, P, D and F blocks. And here you can see that orange block elements are S block, purple block elements are P block, blue block elements are D block, and green block elements are F block. In this lecture, we will discuss only S and P block elements. So first of all, we will discuss S block elements in the periodic table. Students, as you all know that S block elements included the elements of group 1A and group 2A of the periodic table. S block elements are all metals. Students, what are metals? Yes, very good. Metals are solid except mercury, and they are very good conductor of heat and electricity. Now P block elements in the periodic table. P block elements included the elements of group 3A to 8A of the periodic table. P block elements are mainly non-metals, but they include some metalloids. What are non-metals? Yes, non-metals usually poor conductors of heat and electricity. Many of the elemental nonmetals are gases at room temperature, while others are liquid and some of the are solids. And what are metalloids? Yes, the metalloids have properties that are somewhat of a cross between metals and non-metals. Students, always remember that the elements of S and P blocks are called representative elements. Now students, I will show a video to elaborate your concepts. I hope students you all have understood the concept. Now our second topics are valence shell electronic configuration and the position of an element in the periodic table. This is your book, page number 48. Open this page in front of you for better understanding the topic. Students, you can determine the valence shell electronic configuration of an element from the position of an element of the periodic table. Always remember that period number of an element indicates n value of the valence shell, and group number of an element indicates the number of electrons present in the valence shell. Example, sodium. The electronic configuration of sodium is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. Valence shell is 3. Sodium has one valence electron from the shell 3s. Phosphorus, electronic configuration of phosphorus is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 and 3p3. Phosphorus has 5 valence electrons. How? Yes, 2 from 3s and 3 from 3p. Now let's take an example. You have to write valence shell configuration of the element phosphorus from their position in the periodic table. How can you solve this question? Problem solving strategy. Students, always remember that period number indicates n value of valence shell. Group number indicates number of valence electrons. Distribute the electrons in the subshell of the valence shell. Solution. Period number of phosphorus is? Yes, 3. If n value is 3, this means valence shell is m. Because the students remembered, I told you that if n value is 1, shell is k. If n value is 2, shell is L. And if n value is 3, shell is M. Valence electrons will be present in 3s and 3p subshells. And group number of phosphorus is 5. This means 5 electrons present in the valence shell. 2 electrons will fill 3s subshell and remaining 2 electrons will fill in 3p subshell. So the valence shell electronic configuration of phosphorus is 3s2 and 3p3. Now students, here I have a very quick recap for you. Point number 1. Group 1a and 2a elements are called S block elements since S subshell fills in these elements. Point number 2. Elements in group 3a to 8a are called P block elements. Why? Yes, because filling of P subshell occurs in these elements. Now students, here I have an assignment for you. You have to solve self-assessment 3.4. Question number 1. Obtain the valence shell configuration of aluminium and sulfur from their position in the periodic table. Question number 2, you have to find out the position of neon, atomic number 10, and chlorine, atomic number 17 in the periodic table. Hope you all have understood the concepts very clearly. So solve the assignment for better understanding the concepts. So thank you so much. This is all about today's tutorial. If you like, if this video is helpful for you, so please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you once again.